And just taking back to a new Gravity Falls review. And if you haven't seen the last one, go and check it out. We're back with the next two episodes. And we start with another really cool one. And it starts with Mabel just spinning on this globe. And yeah, their Uncle Stan tells them, well, tells Seuss and Wendy that on the doing the things that they're supposed to do while he's heading out. And yeah, they go up to this roof, which of course Seuss isn't so sure about. And yeah, we see this cool little area that Wendy actually goes at all the time. And yeah, they throw these pine cones of what it looks like at this target, and it ends up hitting this car. But yeah, then Wendy is wanting to give a high five to Dipper, but yeah, he's just staring at her, and then eventually does give her a high five, and then her friends are there, and she's like, "You won't tell your Uncle Stan about this, won't you?" And yeah, doing the zipping his mouth, saying that his lips are sealed, and yeah, Wendy as well. Again, I do like Wendy. She's a very sweet character, I would say. And yeah, of course, Mabel sees of what is going on that Dipper is starting to like Wendy. And yeah, then he's staying up that night thinking about Wendy. And yeah, they're doing this dance party while yeah, Dipper is just with this board and I'm pretending to write something down. I like that he literally put that down. And yeah, of course, things just get pretty awkward, I would say, with Dipper when talking to Wendy and talking about this whole dance that he would use to do when he was a kid, and even having this picture, which is pretty funny. And then, yeah, of course, Dipper lies about his age, saying, "Why don't me and Mabel go and hang out with you and your friends, your teenage friends?" And of course, they say that they're 13. And yeah, we then see their friends and just doing something with this guy. I don't upside down. I don't know what. And then yeah, they get all mated. And this one guy, they say that he actually was paid 50 cents to eat a run over waffle. And he's like, don't tell them that. I don't know why, but that got me a laugh out of me. I swear, there's so many things in this show by far. Again, I'm still very early in this show, but there's so many things that have made me laugh a lot, I would say. And yeah, that was definitely one of them. Like, why would you eat a run over waffle, especially for only 50 cents? That's what I want to know. And yeah, saying that this guy spray painted this, what it was supposed to be a nuclear explosion on this water tower, but Dipper says it looks like a muffin, and to be honest, it does look like a muffin. That actually got a laugh out of me too. And then, yeah, this guy is telling Dipper that he's having to sit in the back. And yeah, of course, this guy is like, okay, before we go, my mom said no more hitting your fist into the roof. And yeah, they start hitting their fist into the roof. Like, yeah, that lasted long. And then, yeah, Mabel writes, "You're looking nice today," in the car. And of course, Mabel is still going on about this whole thing with Dipper just liking Wendy, even of course shutting her mouth too, because she just said that out loud of about Dipper having a basically a girlfriend, even though he doesn't. And yeah, then we see their Uncle Stan just watching this show, and yeah, what kind of a name is that? I would say, and yeah, he starts freaking out, like no, oh no, please, oh no, like just freaking out because he was trying to change the channel, but of course can't find a remote, and of course the kids aren't there, so he has no choice but to watch it. And yeah, they say this abandoned convenience store, and of course no trespassing, and yeah, it's pretty crazy, I would say, that sign. And of course they're telling Dipper to come on, which then, of course, the doors are locked, which, yeah, Dipper then goes on top of the roof, hits through the air vent from the top, and opens the door. And, yeah, the sign turns by itself, very creepily. And, yeah, it's very old looking, I would say. But surprisingly, the lights still work in the convenience store. And yeah, they're having a fun time and just having all these different activities that they're doing. And Mabel sees this smile dip, which it reminds me of some kind of candy that I do remember. Yeah, but of course, she thought these were stopped being made a long time ago. And yeah, she pours the whole thing, the powder, into her mouth. But it comes with that little dipping stick. You know what candy I'm talking about? I don't remember the name of it, but it's very similar to it. I've had it before. I've had what this reminds me of before. But yeah, she just dumps the whole thing in her mouth. And yeah, Wendy is just appreciating Dipper, especially how everybody's having a good time. And why are these guys pouring this bag of ice in this guy's pants? I don't know. And of course, Mabel not looking so good. And yeah, what is in that candy that she ate? Like, yeah, she is literally hallucinating. And yeah, of course, Dipper's having to go and get some more ice, and he sees this giant brain, or this brain creature inside of the freezer. And of course, he closes it, but then when he opens it again, it's gone. And of course, he distracts everybody by playing this Dancy Pants game. And yeah, then seeing this other weird thing, which, yeah, everybody's heads are skeletons. And then trying to call his Uncle Stan, but yeah, he's just crying and stuff. Crying when watching this movie, eating some ice cream. And then, yeah, Dipper is trying to talk to Mabel, but yeah, look at her face though. Like, look at her face. Like, yeah, she is not okay. And even this dolphin with muscled hands and spitting out rainbows. Like, yeah. And then they find this crime scene. And, of course, they're thinking that Dipper is obviously not what they believe he is. And, yeah, of course, he lays on it. And, yeah, this glow happens. And the lights, of course, shut off. And one of the girls disappear and vanishes and gets put into this television. And then this guy is still he disappears too, and yeah, he ends up in the game. And then the doors again close and try to throw the cash register, but it disappears. And of course, Dipper is trying to figure out that there has to be something in the book that explains this. And then one of the other guys disappears and gets put into the cereal box. And then Mabel being possessed by this ghost, and yeah, saying that they're free to go. The ghost telling them that they're free to go and telling them about getting some hot dogs before they leave. But then, of course, changing her mind, or the ghost using Mabel's body and closing the door again and putting one guy as a hot dog and, yeah, turning the whole building, making them turn everything upside down. And then Dipper actually realizes of what it seems he has to do. And yeah, says that he is not a teenager. And yeah, apparently we then see the actual ghost. Which yeah, it's an elderly lady and an old man. And apparently they hated teenagers. Yeah, they hate teenagers. And of course, Dipper it confesses that obviously he is 12, not 13. And yeah, showing of how they put no teens, and yeah, these teens just doing this music, and made these elderly people have a heart attack in their own store, and then being all furious when he wants Dipper to do that dance that he knows, and even getting the slam costume, and yeah, him doing it, and yeah, of course they're all free to go now, and everybody gets back, and yeah, of course Mabel just not gonna want to eat those again, and yeah, Wendy actually says that Dipper actually baited up the ghost and and scared them off. Of course, just to keep it between them, obviously. Really does. Really sweet, I would say. And of course, doing her lips again, zipping her lips. And yeah, then she says that the next time they should just hang out at the mystery shack. And of course, Dipper definitely agrees with that. And yeah, of course, Mabel just up, still hurting when they're leaving. And yeah, of course, their Uncle Stan is still watching the movie and ends up throwing the TV through the window. Yeah, a very funny one, I would say. Then we go to the next one, and it's another interesting one. And it starts with this customer not being able to make up his mind, and their Uncle Stan, is trying to sew this, what he says, crystals, but obviously there's just broken glass. And yeah, Dipper and Mabel are hungry, and they're wanting to go to this diner, and he starts doing their stomachs together. And yeah, they just lock the guy inside the store while he's just choosing. And yeah, we see this diner, and it's filled with different creatures, I would say. And yeah, we see the policemen as well, which they're just using this, the thing that sees how fast you're going that they use, and they're using it to see how fast he's eating the pancakes. And yeah, their Uncle Stan is very interesting, especially when it comes to this waitress, I would say. And yeah, then we see this test your manliness and win game free pancakes. That's actually a pretty good deal, I would say. And of course, Mabel and Uncle Stan are laughing because obviously they don't think Dipper can do it. Which then we just see this whole flashback of him singing to the song and telling their Uncle Stan not to come in and showing his chest and showing this bright light, but of course he doesn't have any chest hair. And yeah, everybody's watching him go over to it, and yeah, he's putting all his might into it and puts wimp. And then you're a cutie patootie. Yeah, patootie. It puts in a baby. And then it shows this lumberjack, and yeah, he uses his pinky and destroys the machine, and everybody gets free pancakes. And yeah, Mabel believes that their Uncle Stan actually does have a soft spot after all. Might actually start to have a soft spot, especially considering when it comes to that waitress again, when she brings the food and he's getting his words all mixed up. And Mabel actually puts it together, seeing that he actually has a thing for the waitress. And of course, yeah, he's trying to tell her to zip her mouth about it. And it's been so many years since he has done the dating game. But Mabel says that she'll be able to help him. And yeah, like she's trying to get the machine to start working. But yeah, Mabel helping her uncle, yeah, that is definitely something I would definitely like. I was like, yeah, I gotta say this. And yeah, Dipper is just walking in the streets and see the policeman with this broken fire hydrant and start swinging their shirts around like, what in the world? And then bumps into this lady when she was trying to find the mailman, and yeah, he ends up crying and running away. And yeah, and like for real, do some he tries to do put some lifts with a twig, and then sees this jerky, and yeah, all these animals start running, and then this big guy creature comes out and eating the jerky and punching through this tree and this rock as well, and even telling Dipper to tell him about his problems, which this actually could be the guy to actually help him be a man. And yeah, of course, getting hit with all these different things. And Sita's place in this mountain with all these other creatures too, and they're not, of course, so sure about helping Dipper at first on becoming a man. And yeah, they start, of course, fighting each other as well. And yeah, Mabel helping her uncle yet again when it comes to, being able to do what he can to get with the waitress and takes a picture of him. And yeah, that's not a really good picture. And yeah, seeing some really interesting photographs that she has. And yeah, having Seuss pretend to be the waitress. And yeah, of course, not doing so well. And then, of course, Dipper is getting all these creatures all angry and saying that they're chicken to not be able to help him become a man. And yeah, they all agree to help him become a man. And yeah, for one, he has to go into this pain hole, and I don't know what it is, but something is down there that makes him scream, and especially making this guy all in pain as well. And then trying to get Uncle Stan to smile too, and scares Zeus away too. And then putting on this training mix video or music, and yeah, we're seeing a montage of Dipper trying to become a man and trying to help Uncle Stan back and forth, and yeah, with all these different, and yeah, I don't know how the chest hair managed to grow back instantly though, and again, just with all these different things though, it's very crazy. I would definitely say for sure. Most of these, I don't know how they would help you become a man and stuff, and help Uncle Stan with this whole dating thing. I would say, and good grief, like for real, all that chest hair. And then, yeah, Dipper is actually very appreciating when it comes to the help. And apparently, there's one last task that they have to do. And yeah, they go to the later, and it seems like it's this old man that gets eaten. But no, that's not the later. We see the actual later. And apparently, yeah, he grabs into his chest and pulls out this stick, which tells Dipper to go and retrieve a head off of this very interesting name of a bear. And of course, they find this tape, mixtape, that he was talking about, that of how he was singing from that flashback. And yeah, him seeing the mountains and drinking some water and making it to the cave. And they see this before picture to the after. Like, yeah, he is he is definitely not ready, I would say. But they still have an idea, though. Mabel has an idea, and then he finds the bear, which, what kind of a creature is this, I would say. And, yeah, ends up attacking it, and the bear actually assumes his fate, like, very easily. Like, wow. And then tells him to put on some music for, for his final his final request. And apparently, it's actually the same music that Dipper likes listening to. And they actually are very happy that they actually have something in common. But of course, he goes back and says that he can't do it. And of course, they're all, you know, booing him and stuff and just leave him. And then, yeah, that waitress is still trying to get the machine to work. And Mabel taking her uncle over to the waitress, and it doesn't seem like it wasn't meant to be. But then she actually gets her number to Uncle Stan and tells her to call her sometime. So it seemed like it actually worked. And of course, Mabel saying Dipper, and of course he wasn't so. He's just upset about the whole him trying to become a man. And yeah, their Uncle Stan actually says that was all the things that he did, from what they've heard, that was pretty manly to them. And he actually has a chest hair, one chest hair, which immediately gets taken off and put onto the scrapbook. Yeah, and yeah, Uncle Stan, like, yeah, just shows all his chest hair. Like, really, Uncle Stan? And then, yeah, it just ends with, at the end, it just has Uncle Stan just like, oh no, not again. When the waitress is trying to get Uncle Stan to call her and talking about her cats and stuff. and he's just wondering how do I get out of this. But yeah, very good episodes, I would definitely say. But yeah, like to know what you think. I'll make us back to the next one.